What's going on, guys? Shiny Stalker Zach here, bringing you guys my collection of Sparkle Dancers from Scarlet and Violet. Now, since I'm over the top with everything I do, it's not just a normal Shiny 11 Dex. So for this challenge, my goal is 894 Pokemon, which includes some extra catches, just because I'm a weirdo. Which, if you guys have seen any of my previous videos, you should have already known that by now. So for the 894 that I'll need in game, 503 will be main series game, so just Paldea. 366 for both DLC 1 and 2. And then there's going to be 25 different forms. I think they're mostly regional forms that you can't catch in the game, but you can bring over from home and then breed. So I'll be required to get those as well. The reason for 894 is because I'm required to get Pokemon's alternate form if they have one, as well as if there is a gender variant where cosmetically you can see a difference. For alt forms, there are 40 different Pokemon for a total of 171 boxable forms. Now, there are some forms that I won't be pursuing just because they're not boxable in Scarlet and Violet or in Home, which is their ultimate destination, so I'll get into some of those examples as we go through this. And then for the male and female variant, there are 77 different types of Pokemon. We'll go through all of those along with the different forms. I'll be required to catching these myself, so it has to be under my OT. There will be two different OTs, my Scarlet and Violet, so you'll see the two different ones. And then, not a requirement, but preferred Lux. I recently switched to Lux only at the start of the DLC, so a lot of my main series Paldea decks is in Quick Balls because I was lazy. So now I cringe every time I look at those. And then after we go through my progress on the actual decks itself, I'll go through some special shinies, as well as the Sparkle Dancing Gang of dupes, because I have a lot of dupes with all my OT. So quickly go through the extras. I'll also take you guys through my Violet box, as well as a few important labels for some unique Pokemon. Just a little background on myself. I started shiny hunting really in Pokemon Go. I really didn't even know they existed until Go, and I've been into Pokemon since Gen 1. So yeah, when I started shiny hunting in Go, definitely helped bring awareness to the shiny forms. And I didn't start shiny hunting in main series games until end of Sword and Shield, so still fairly new on that front. But as far as Scarlet and Violet, definitely have my fair share of hours in shinies. I'm at 2,500 play hours between the two versions and 1,400 total shinies, as well as I think close to 28,000 eggs, because I'm a nerd for spreadsheets, so along with tracking every single Pokemon I've ever caught in Scarlet Violet, I've also tracked every single egg that I've hatched. So I'll include that either as a overlay or something so you guys can see, and then if anyone's interested, I'll probably leave the link for that Google Sheet if you're a tracking nerd like I am. Hey guys, Future Zach here. I'm not going to do an overlay for the spreadsheet. I'm just going to include it in the video. Give you guys a little quick minute and a half tutorial or so. Just so if you guys do want it, make sure you comment in the chat below. So I put this together. I actually taught myself how to do spreadsheets with this template right here. So your first column, you're going to have the name. And I've got it sorted by the region. You can sort by Paldea index. Via that way, I do have all of the dex numbers in there. But you can, I put filters at the top, so you can sort for just DLCs or whatever you want. The star is the actual shinies. Missing a few. Now, no, I don't have the Alcremie requirements on this one, so the totals are going to say less, but it's got a nice checkbox, if true, if false, to give you that nice green look. As well as, like I said, I'm tracking the Lux Bowls, so I got a total shiny count just because I like to track things and I'm extra with it. So, and then at the very right side, if you guys ever need that, all of those types are up to date too. So I don't use it. I use apps instead, but knowledge is power. About that spreadsheet or some other ones I've been working on, just let me know in the comment below and I'll get you guys the link. All right, now back to Now back to that sorry ass pass, Zach. Sorry you guys gotta put up with him. Now as we get into these entries, I didn't include Gimme Goal Line just because barely had time to even try to hunt that, and with it being regular odds in a terror raid, I'll just wait until whenever they decide to re-release it, hopefully soon, and then I'll go after it. But until then, I went ahead and took it off of the requirement. So for the line here, we got 9 total shiny starters, all hatched. Sprigatito line only took 932 eggs to hatch that. Fuecoco and Quaxley were not the same story though. Quaxley was 1,910 eggs. And Fuecoco was 1,979 eggs to get all 3. So definitely over odds on the water duck and the fire croc. But I actually enjoyed hatching for shinies in this game. Very peaceful. Then we got the pink pigs, Lechonk and Oinka Baloney, both male female. So I believe these two are the only male female variant in Paldea's decks, the actual decks. This guy's kind of a dick. This guy's really a dick. And you've got Houndoom, who's got a male female. This guy's got a staring problem, and then he grows up with that same staring problem, so those guys are menaces. And then we got Chunky Boy here. I hatched Sunkern just because I'm not doing the flower patch method. Very little spawns, no way to isolate, and you throw a grass sandwich down and everything's gonna spawn. So I went ahead and just hatched this guy. Actually, it took me 297 eggs. So, and then found Sunflora in the wild. So you got the Cricketune line, both male female. I believe the ratios are even, but I had a hard time getting, I believe it was the female Kricketot to evolve it into Cricketune. Scatterbug, I actually really enjoyed the feature on this one. So if you don't know, to get the different Vivian forms in the game, you have to have gotten postcards from all around the world. Each part of the world has its own unique pattern, obviously just like in the original X and Y games, but the postcards are from Pokemon Go, so you had to have gotten a gift from a friend in one of these regions with a postcard, and then you just connect to your account, and you get, I believe, 24 real hours to hunt that pattern. So luckily I've had so many friends from my Pokemon Go days that this wasn't too bad. Now there was I don't remember exactly what pattern it was. I think icy snow maybe. Just trying to find someone from the Netherlands was pretty rough. And then one thing I'm pretty upset about is Oh no. Actually, I lied to you guys. I didn't think I caught these in Lux Balls, but good. But this hunt was actually pretty easy. I know they weren't boosted, but they felt boosted. And this guy's not typically an easy shiny to spot, but if you just look for that white bald head of his, either from the front or the back, you can't miss him. So now I did include there's a requirement to have a scatterbug of a different form. So I got, this was a Savannah one. This is one of those extra over-the-top things I actually got from Austin John Plays, so obviously there's no Pokeball pattern there because they haven't released it. Hopefully they'll release it here with Legends EA. They got a lot of things they need to release from that game. That Furfuro, because you can only get that in Pokemon Go, and then they need to release Floette AZ form. It's time. Next up we've got Combi, which Combi is gender variants, but Vesqueen is only female. Now the cool fun thing about female Combi is I believe it's a 12% spawn, so I'll show you guys my rejects real quick here. So not too bad, but almost felt like I was trying to hunt for 3-segment the Dunsparce with this thing, because I did not think it was coming. So finally got it after I'm gonna say 26 males. So nothing outstanding here. Weasel line, both male, female, for both. You got Paldean Wooper, which might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm not really a fan of Wooper in general, let alone his Paldean form. It's kind of trash. Then you got the baby blue duck, and which is crazy because, you know, side ducks, he's dealing with his own mental health issues and whatnot, and I get that, but he grows up to be such a dickhead. Like, Gold Duck is the worst. Good luck finding these shinies. These two. This one's not too bad, but these two sucked. You got the Ralts line, which is top tier shiny, I think. I actually just recently got this one, so you got Drowsy, which is not male-female requirement, but Hypno is. So, actually, I think in February I got him. Yeah, well, 22nd after over a year of getting his brother. You get the Gengar line, which is Gengar's OG, but that sprite is trash. He's up there with him and Garchomp are god tier when it comes to trash shinies. Speaking of trash shinies, here's another one. I lay awake at nights thinking about the brown shirt mousehold family of 3. So, for those who don't know, Mouse can evolve into two forms. Your family of 3, which is blank, or your family of 4. A family of 3 is a 1 in 100 odds, so you combine that with a base rate with Shiny Charm, and you combine the 1 in 100 odds with the base rate of 1 in 683 with the charm and level 3 sandwich. And to hit odds, it's going to take you over 68,000 tandem mouses, which that is too many mice for me, but hopefully we'll get there one day. Following the same theme here, another trash shiny when it comes to their sprite. That I think was one of my first toughest hunts. And then you got Pichu's not gender variant, but both Pikachu and Raichu are. Now Raichu, you can bring over a Alolan Raichu, but you can't hunt it in the game, so that's one of those ones where yeah, it can be shiny, but it's like the legendary shiny legendaries. If you bring them in, you can bring them in game, but you can't hunt for them. You got Pido over here with toasty buns. Not too bad of a hunt. Terrible shiny, I think. Good shiny for sure. Also good shiny, but I struggled with Smoliv there for a while just because how tiny it is. You get the Bonsly, and then Sudowoodo is male-female variant, which still need to get a Lux Ball for that guy. Rockruff, I didn't include. Some people require Rockruff to have 2 forms. It's normal, whatever ability it is. And then they also require a Ohm Tempo. Ohm Tempo is the ability it has to be caught with. I don't believe it can be bred down, but that's how you get Dust form. So with Lightning Rock, you've got your 3 forms here. You've got Day Shift, you've got Night Shift, and you've got Second Shift. So day, midnight, and dusk. Now dusk is one of them challenging ones if you were to hunt it on its own. Like I said, the own tempo. Rockruff just needs to be evolved in that 5-minute window, which is not too bad at all. But you may be unaware that you could actually hunt the dust form in the wild. I think it's in North Providence. I don't remember which area, but you can even farm for an outbreak, which I think even 3 weeks ago I actually had one, and I tried to do this, but good luck getting it. So dusk is 5 minutes real world time in the game. That's the only time this guy will spawn. So even if you have an outbreak, you'll have the outbreak for the 24 hours, but it won't spawn in outside of that 5-minute period, so not too worried about it now. You got the Fire Rocks here, which underrated, terrible shiny, these two. It took me, I was nerd necking for days trying to find that blue roly-poly, so You get the Shinx line, which another top tier shiny sprite. The whole line is gender variant, so not hard at all. Same with the Starly line. Oricorio. You know, as I've progressed through the game, I've wanted to go back and get these guys and actually hunt them for real, not just doing the nectar form change. So I got this guy through a challenge recently, and actually just a random encounter during a go sandwich in Kitakame. This one, I don't know if I'm that ambitious because I think it's like just like Sunkern. There's only a very few spots that it spawns in, so we'll see. We'll see. But for now, I'm not too worried about it. The pink fluff sheep over here. This is one of my requirements that I'm sure not many people have or maybe even know about, but I think this is extremely cool. So for the Hisuian form, obviously there's no Lux Balls in Legends. The fact that I can catch its pre-evolution and take it over to home and then put it into my Legends Arceus playthrough and take it over there and evolve it into the Hisuian form and bring it back and it still has the Lux Ball, I think is really cool. So that's one of the 25 unattainable requirements. So yeah, love this shiny line. You got the Granny Smith Apple line. Next up you got Squawkabilly, which he's got 4 different colors. I don't know the rates, but I can tell you which ones are more common than others. So for a fact, green is the most common, followed by blue boy, and then yellow, and then white is a lot rarer than the other ones. I actually went through a whole thing with these guys, trying to get that white one. I had a whole squawk box dedicated to these guys, but I ended up surprise trading some away. Yeah, I got, I want to say half this box was green at one point, so, and then you got the blue boys, so. Nothing crazy here. Phanpy doesn't have a gender variant, but Dolphin does. Dolphin has both male and female. You got the Gibble line, which is all male, female. Such clean shinies. Gibbite's even good, and then you get to this guy. Like, what is this? You should be ashamed. Such a great Pokemon. Him and Gengar. OGs. OGs in the game. Shinies. Trash. Wingull for me was actually pretty damn tough. You've got Magikarp and Gary, both male female, which another top tier shiny for sure. Then you get to Arcuda and his evolution. Absolutely hate doing water hunts. These two were right there with it. I nerd necked forever on these two. Next we got Gulpin line, male female, which I think those are 50. Then you got Meowth. Now these aren't required for most people, but this is a Alolan and Galar Meowth that I have to breed for. And then you've got the Alolan Persian and then Berserker is going to go there, so yep, just got a hatch for him. You got the gold balloons. Here's a fun fact about Flabebe line. I busted my ass during the old days. I hatched, I think, 7 of these guys in 2,074 eggs, which is actually crazy good odds. I think just under 300. But between that and doing the flower patch method, a little bitter about them releasing the shiny boosted event recently, so my dumbass didn't take advantage of that event to get them in Lux Balls, so I'm just not the smartest guy. Then you've got the normal line, which gender variant. Normal gave me a lot of problems. Obviously, camera very easy to see, so actually it was another tough one for me, just because I don't know what's worse, the blizzards in the mountain areas, the snow mountain areas, or the damn sandstorms. It's just too much. I need to see something, please. But we got there. You got the Mankey line, which it's a decent shiny. You got Metatite line, which is male female. Reload line, just definitely top 10 as far as shinies. Charcadet, so Charcadet's another one of them garbage shinies, but I actually had a lot of luck with this guy, and it was very easy for me. Yeah, I really didn't have a whole lot of problems with this guy, like I definitely thought I would. Now let's talk about Barboach here. So back before the DLCs, actually let's see what date it was. Yeah, 324 right here. This was the last Pokemon I needed for my original Paldea Shiny Living Dex. I think all 392, excluding obviously the shiny locked ones. I mean, you can see right here 3 days, and I was grinding to complete this one. So I'm glad that after the terrible ways to try to hunt it in the regular game, that they made it so much easier. And Kitakame almost seems like a theme of this game. Me doing hunts the hard way just for them to come out the easy way later, and not very long after. But it is what it is. So here's another one, the Gumi line. So pretty cool, I think. Gumi doesn't have a Hisuian form, but both of its evolutions do. Slugoo and Goodra. So I got 2 Goomies and did the same method. Took them over to Legends Arceus, and evolved them up to bring them back over. So now these babies are in Lux Balls. I don't know why you're so sad there, buddy. You're home. You're in home. Then you got Crogunk, Toxicrow line here, which I recently finished too, because playing Violet, if you do a poison sandwich, this will be a dual hunt with a gold pin, so I've got like 35 gold pins looking for this guy. The female Toxicrow is the one I needed. Then you get the Electric Birds, Eevee. So I didn't know this. Evolution line wasn't the easiest to hunt, but it also wasn't like at the top of my list as far as hard hunts. I didn't know this until actually just about a month ago. A buddy of mine was hunting for female, and he told me that the ratio was about the same as Combee, which I had to Google because I didn't believe him, because Combee took me, like I said, 26 times. So I've gotten like I get 2 female Eevees, and I think out of 5 or 6 total. So crazy good odds that I wasn't even aware of. These all pretty easy hunts. I would probably say Glaceon was the toughest hunt by far. Actually, I didn't think I caught this in the wild. I think I just evolved it. Yeah, not fun. And then we get to this guy. So, Dunsparce is the same as Tandemaus. It can evolve into 2 separate forms, one being rarer than the other. So, instead of being 2 segments for his body, it would be 3. Well, that's also a 1 in 100 odds. So, actually currently hunting that now, and I'm losing sleep because only thing I can think of. I'm currently at 86 2 segments. The point where I'm going to create a video when it's all said and done. I have nicknamed these guys everything under the sun. Some of these are a little R-rated, so cover them eyes if you ain't old enough. You can tell I get just shittier and shittier. I'm totally done. Done 3 equals 99 problems, which is true. I was really over him that day. My buddy's that's his dunny. Deadbeat. Yeah, there's your 63,000 odds. And then actually just got that was very appropriate name. Definitely safe for work. If you don't know what that nickname is reference to, then good. Keep it that way. And for those of you who do know what that is, you want to send me a link to that video? Just kidding. But so I just got this guy tonight. That actually is my, I think, 1400 Pokemon Shiny Wise Scarlet and Violet. So yeah, I'm never gonna get this guy. Next up, you've got Deerling line, who 4 different seasons. They spawn everywhere. You just gotta look for the pink flower. The same with his evolution. This guy's a dick. Don't know why he is, but he's such a dick. He's got gender variant, where its evolution does not. Then you've got Grimer. You get the Mastiff line, which I hunted this guy so long ago, but it's such a good shiny. Oh, look at that. It's actually got this guy on my birthday. Yeah, I'm a New Year's baby, so look at that baby boy. Kind of looks like he's stroking out a little bit there, huh? You get Toxel next. And then its evolution has 2 different alt forms. I think Amped and Low Key. I just don't know which one's which. Oh, I got that one on my birthday too. Damn, do I ever do anything besides play Pokemon? I think Amped, Low Key. It doesn't matter. They both look depressed. It's not that deep, man. Smile. Then we got the brown mouse. Pachirisu, male, female. Don't know the odds on that, but not too much trouble that I can remember. Strudel was kind of a pain in the ass. Just looking for them pink eyes. Stantler. This is another one. Wheeldeer isn't required, but like I said, I'm a nerd for Lux Balls, so took advantage of that and threw them in PLA, evolved them up, brought them over. Voltorb, Hisuian Voltorb, not in the game. They did do a recent shiny boosted Outbreak form, which another one of those late to the parties, I guess, because I hatched 2 of them. Yeah, I hatched, let's see if I can find these. I hatched these two guys before it was cool. So yeah, I hatched him a while ago, but then I hatched this guy. I want to say I hatched him. I was actually working on him right around the same time that they made the announcement, and then hatched him. So, but you couldn't get him in a Lux Ball, so uh, I wanted to take my frustration out on somebody, so I took it out on Hisuian Voltorb during that event. This is what I have to show. I got, I think, 12 or 14 of these guys. And I didn't do a lot of, I did one outbreak for all those in 35 minutes with no sandwich. I didn't KO 60 of them either. Supposedly it was the same odds as some of these other events, but I don't know. Yeah, and don't mind my boxes, they're just destroyed right now because I'm moving everything around for this video. Which I'm gonna eventually come out with a video as I transition away from Scarlet and Violet, an actual home shiny live index, because I think I'm within 180 or so left, so I'm getting down there. Ditto. I actually really enjoyed doing the Ditto hunt. I think I only took 3 or 4 sandwiches. I think I took my buddy like 8 or 9. So we were kind of racing. Not much of a race because I whooped his ass, but Chris, if you're out there, sucks to suck. So I definitely gonna redo that one to get him in Lux Ball, but I actually enjoy it. And then you got the Growlithe line. Same deal with Hisuian form. I did get a Hisuian Growlithe already, but evolved him up to Arcanine for a video I was doing, challenge hunt. So I'm currently at 1,377 eggs for him. Kind of hit a dry spell. I think this was the only one I got out of like 6,000 eggs that I hatched. Absolutely nuts, but I mean, the shiny gods give and they take. Teddy Sir, Ursling has a male-female variant, but obviously it doesn't. And then I included Ursaluna. Same deal. Just took Ursaring over and evolved them with the Peat Stone or whatever it is, Peat Block. Golden Snitch here. Skiddo, I've got like 400 of these things. Just everywhere in its evolution, just out in the wild. I weirdly enjoyed these. They get a bad rap for their shiny, but I think it's actually low-key a very good one. Just the aggression that this guy has is just one of one. Dude's nuts. So, got all 3 forms, the combat form, the water and fire. I don't believe it took very long either. I don't remember it being really a pain at all. Pyro. You get Pyro line here who go have to edit that out of there. You get Pyro who is his male and female, and I think it's honestly one of the most unique differences, which I wish all of the gender variants would be like this. You get Zoro line, which really enjoyed hunting that one too. This one I'm missing is Hisuian form. The same with this one right here. I think I've only hatched. I've only done 59 eggs so far for him, so I'll eventually get him. I've got that line in PLA, and they're both alphas too, so Sneasel, honestly, the toughest part of this whole thing wasn't hatching 3 Hisuian Sneasels. It was getting a male one for Weavile. So this is another one of those uncatchable Pokemon. That's why he's in a Pokeball. But Sneasel is very unique in that not only does Sneasel and Weavile have gender variants, but it's the only regional form to also have a male and female variant. So, and then Sneasler is level 6. That doesn't look right, but I think you just razor claw him at night or something. And just razor claws back until he's good to go. That's crazy good odds. It only took me 1,043 eggs to get all 3 of those guys. So, Murkrow, gender variant, but not Honchkrow. Good luck getting this line. They suck. And they're very judgmental with them eyes. Like, look at that. Like, who do you think you're better than? Huh? And then you grow up just... Oh, so now you're just looking the other way. Alright, cool. Give someone a chance. Yeah. You guys are stuck up. Anyway. Sinisty, I was going down the rabbit hole because I believe this is another 1 in 100, but... Luckily Pokemon doesn't hate us too much. And made the antique form huntable through Outbreak, so I actually just got both of these when the second DLC came out. Farmed for an Outbreak and got them pretty easily. So before that I had caught like I think like 10 or 12 of them. So you'll see that in the extra box. Nothing too crazy here. NDD's another one of those that has a difference. Definitely looks a lot different. Nothing crazy here. You get the Ghost Tumbleweed. I get a million of these guys. You got Blue Crabs. These guys are both dickheads. Cacney's not gender difference, but Cacturn is. Amazing shiny. Scyther is a douchebag, but Scizor is also a douchebag, but a good-looking douchebag. Both gender variant as well as the pink bug, who is also aggressive. And speaking of aggression, this bird, the worst. Now, I'm only missing 4 Pokemon from Paldea as far as in totality. 2 of them are 3 segment and family of 3. The other 2 is this Pokemon. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Hippo is rarer than any Pokemon ever. The male form. It's a 50-50 ratio, but I don't know why, but I keep getting females, so I think I'll get 3 segment and family 3 first. Yeah, right here's got short man syndrome. Nothing too crazy here. Kind of a subtle change shiny wise, but I like the change in the hammer. I just don't know if they got sued trying to use Thor's hammer or not. Love that shiny. That shiny line's great. You got Water Diglett here, which I've got a million of these. This bird's a dickhead. You get the dolphin. It's the same dolphin. This guy is worse than Tauros. You'll find out. Cyclozar. Nothing too crazy here. Now, Spirit Tomb. Actually, another very easy hatch for me, I believe. No, just kidding. So, I had Spirit Tomb. It took 603 eggs. Still not too bad. Get the Road Tom line here, which you gotta get 5 of these. No, sorry, 6 of these guys, including the original form. Which I think I gotta go back and get this guy in a Lux. And that one. So, not a super easy hunt by any means. Not much of a difference, and dudes just flying everywhere all at once. Ghost Doggies. Cutie Bear. And you got the OG. Larvitar is such a good shiny. Nothing too crazy here. You got Shellos, East Sea and West Sea, which I struggled with this guy. Just took me forever. Along with his evolutions. Shelter, amazing shiny. So Finneon line is another one of those gender variants, which took me forever. It took me actually until the second DLC to get this guy. Nothing too crazy here. Dynamo was definitely a pain in the ass to hunt, but I just auto battled for like 10 sandwiches to get all 3 of them. And then of course they come out in the second DLC and they're very easy now. Nothing too crazy here. You got Snowvert, another male female. Satotals. Those are 2 great shinies, both of those. Burmite is another one of those. You can get and take over to Legends PA and evolve it to get you the Hisui and Avalard. I gotta go back and get him in a Lux Ball because I didn't. The same thing with Braviary. If you get Rowlet, evolve him up over there. King Gambit, good shiny. The whole line's great. Veluza is a menace. He's a real dick. Dondozo's an amazing shiny in my eyes. Tatsugiri, you get your 3 different forms. Wasn't too hard for me. Then you get into the paradoxes, which these things are easy as shit to hunt. Most of them are isolated. Yeah, so I've got multiple of a lot of these. Most of them are very easy to spot. I mean, even Screamtail is very easy to spot. Fluttermane only spawns at night, but there's a little trick. If you're at the lower level on the floor and running by the shiny spawn, will spawn in during the day. It'll be the only one. Yeah, these are all very, very easy. I don't think I struggled. Well, I struggled with one. All very easy. This guy sucks to hunt because of the blizzard. You can eventually tell the difference, but that blizzard every time, so it sucked. Now this guy, fun fact, I don't know if it's during a certain part of day, but when he spawns in, he'll just immediately lift off into flight. If you're not paying attention, you're only looking at the ground, you probably have a shiny above you. I stumbled upon that the first one I got, but yeah, make sure you're looking up when you're hunting that guy. Iron Valiant, super simple. And then I also included the mythical here. You can get this through being through Manaphy. It's the only mythical or legendary for that matter that you can breed for. So actually got 2 of them. Yeah, I actually ended up getting 2 of these, and I think it was in the same little 5-egg hatch. Well, it took me 433 eggs to get both of those too. So my been crazy good odds. Here's these are all my extra shinies that I got through egg hatches. If you guys will notice a theme here. Hunted came out in DLC, event, DLC. That one obviously not. Event, DLC. So wasted my time. So next up I've got Teal Mask DLC, the first DLC, which actually just wrapped up. I'm completely done with that. So I'll quickly go through this. Wooper line is male, female variant. These guys can be a pain in the ass because of the lighting. Nothing too crazy. This guy took me a while. So tiny. You get the cuteness fly, which was easier than that sick bug over there. Nothing crazy here. Diplin, I just did the AFK method with Applin for Diplin and whatever the other form is, Hydraplin. Damn, I just realized this guy has 4 evolutions? Wait, really? I guess they love green apples, huh? You get Vulpix here. This guy sucks to hunt. Poliwag line isn't male female except for Politoed. This guy's also a menace. I don't know what his problem is, but you can't stay away from me. Male female variants. Swinub isn't male female, but Pilswine and Mamoswine both are. The same with C Dot. Nuzzleaf and Shrifty are both male female. This was the same as Sinisty. Poltergeist has the Artisans is the rare one, but you just farm for the outbreak and it's easy peasy. So Kanto Geodude over there flexing, look at you. And then you got Golem over there trying to scare somebody. Timber's one of my favorites. He's a knockoff of Machop, but I'll take him. Morpeko. You got the OG here, Snorlax. Lotad and Lumbre are not male female, but Ludicolo is. This is my buddy's favorite shiny line, especially Probopass. He absolutely loves this dude. Says he just they aren't built the same anymore. Gligar's Scarlet exclusive, and you need a male female for Gligar, but not the evolution. So for coughing, I wanted to do the same thing I was doing for Legends Arceus. So I got a coughing and I took it over to Sword and Shield and evolved it into Galarian Wheezing, which I think is pretty badass. Yeah, not too bad. I think my hardest hunt out of all of these would have been White Stripe Basculin, Because even Feebas, I think took me one sandwich to get all three of these from an outbreak. Fun fact, Carbinks, I was hatching before they announced it was coming out in the DLC, so I hatched 1,486 of those for 0 shinies. So my average hatch is NA because I never hatched one. So another one of those, glad I wasted my time. Yeah, this same with this guy. So this guy's in a Pokeball because did the same thing. Took me these are all hatched. I never caught one from the wild. Took me 1,741 eggs for all three of these, but I'm gonna say the bulk of that came from this first one. So I gotta get him in a Lux at some point, but not today. So that's all for Teal Mass. We'll move on to the second DLC. So you got male-female variant for the 2- and 3-headed birds. I think it's pretty cool. They had Executor and the Lowen form in the DLC, same DLC. Rhyhorn, the entire line is gender variant. You get some of the OGs here. Cleavor you can only catch in the wild. You can't evolve Scyther up unless you do what I did and just get a Scyther and take him over to Legends and evolve him that way. You got the Kanto dickhead here. Smeargle, very good line. Now, I don't have the boxes for this guy, which I really should have probably used that event. In the past, people have said that you only need one of each decoration, but the Pokedex has each one of those registered, so I'm going to have to go for all 63. So that's going to be a project for later. Nothing crazy here. Oddish doesn't have gender variant, but Gloom and Vileplume do, while Blossom doesn't. A lot of Alowans here. Here's another one where I was hatching eggs for, I think one of these is a shiny hatch. Nothing crazy here. Esper, it doesn't have a gender variant, but Meowstic does. It's one of the good ones that you can tell. Meteor was an absolute pain until they found out about the 16 spawns. Still kind of a pain in the ass, but we got them all. So you can't tell by the different colors, right? Nothing too crazy here. Good luck catching that guy. He's a legendary as far as catch rates go. Killed himself on me a couple times. These two are absolute trash. These take the cake. These make Gengar and Garchomp look like brilliant shinies. Nothing too crazy here. And then we get into the starters. So this is the only thing I'm still missing. Missing Meganian female form, which is very low odds. I'm missing the whole Cyndaquil line with Hisuian Typhlosion. So I need 4 of those. Still need 2 Totodiles. Torchic is the only starter that has a male-female variant, and it is a very low odds. So I still need 3 of those. I got the 3 males, so never gonna get that. Just got this a couple days ago. Last Oshawott for the Hisuian form. Fun fact, I hatched all of these before it came out. Decidueye, I got the Hisuian form for that guy as well. There's another fun fact, I hatched him too. So, in case you were wondering, hatched him. I'm pretty sure I hatched one of these two, along with a third one. So that's the end of DLC 2. I'll take you guys briefly through all of my extras. I'm just going to point out just a handful here. This one right here is the very first shiny I ever got. Actually, during the playthrough, full odds, 11/20 of 22. So, not long after it came out. Yep, there's your goats. Here's none of them are own tempo though. There's where I was going for the Sinistea and then called it quits. Glad I did. I call a lot of extra Paldea Pokemon. Especially the brown worm. And some DLCs as well. So the last thing I'll take you guys through is show you guys a couple labels I got. So obviously this is the ones that you can't attain in game. I'm gonna save the rare mark for last. But here's my shiny hatches. I'm actually at 49 eggs with the two white stripes. And those 49 shiny hatches took me 28,377 eggs. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys. So these aren't all rare marks, but these are either the chosen one, which you can only get on your birthday as a 1 in 25 odds, or the rare mark, which is a 1 in 1,000 chance. So these two are birthday boys, which I think I kind of date skipped for that. Same with this one. So yeah, these were the chosen ones right here. These first 4. Now these 5 are all rare marks. This one was boosted, so and then I got this one and this one I get this one, these two after the Mark Charm, so it would be 3 in 1,000, so it would be 1 in 277,000 of finding not only a shiny Geodude, but one with a rare mark. But this baby right here, and even this guy, are full odds rare mark. So the equivalent of over 680,000 to not only find an Umbreon, which I found that in the wild, and it's got a rare mark. So that one's truly unique. Aside from that, the only thing left to really show you guys is no mousing around. Tandem mouse hunt. Get an aggressive top 10 video. I just finished up. I'll be sending out here shortly. And then a compilation for all of my shinies. I believe that is everything. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Let me know comments below, thoughts, feedback, or anything else. But I do appreciate you guys stopping by, and as always, I hope the sparkles fly, and we'll see you around. Thanks.